let's jump right into it. We're about to tackle one of the biggest, most fundamental debates in the entire world of investing. Seriously, it's a choice every single investor has to make, and it can feel kind of overwhelming. But don't you worry, by the time we're done here, it's all going to make perfect sense. You know, when it really comes down to it, it's all about these two words: active versus passive. These are two completely different philosophies on how to grow your money, and boy, do they get pitted against each other. And look, this isn't just some theoretical classroom debate, right? This is personal. This is about your future, your savings, your hard-earned cash. So the real question we're all asking here is, which of these is the right choice for your money? To figure that out, we've got to get to know the fighters in each corner. You can think of it as the hands-on approach versus the hands-off approach. So let's dig in and break down what each one really is. Okay, first up, active investing. This is probably what you see in the movies, right? The person glued to their screens making big moves. The goal here is ambitious, to say the least. You're trying to beat the market. You are the manager. You're the one picking the stocks, analyzing the trends, and deciding exactly when to buy and sell. It's a ton of work. And then, in the other corner, you have passive investing. And it's the total opposite. Instead of trying to outsmart and beat the market, the goal is simply to become the market. You do this by buying something called an index fund, which is basically like owning a tiny little slice of the entire stock market. And then you just hold it for a long, long time. It's that classic set it and forget it strategy. So when you put them side by side like this, the difference is crystal clear, isn't it? Active investing is the hunter, always on the lookout, trying to find that one big win. Passive investing is more like the farmer, planting seeds across the whole field and just letting them grow with the economy. Two very, very different paths to get to the same place. Now, I get it. Active investing sounds way more exciting. You're in control, you're making the calls, you can outsmart everyone, but here's where things get really, really interesting. When you look at the actual data over time, which of these two approaches actually wins? Well, the answer, it's probably not what you think. And there it is. The data doesn't lie. Study after study, year after year, shows the same thing. That simple, kind of boring passive approach, it actually beats the majority of active investors, including a lot of the highly paid professionals. It's a wild thought, right? Part of the reason is that markets are just so efficient, it's incredibly hard for anyone to consistently find an edge. So, how is that even possible? Well, it really boils down to three simple, powerful reasons. First, you're way more diversified. You own a little bit of everything, so if one company has a bad year, it's no big deal. Second, and this is huge, the costs and fees are way, way lower. And third, and this might be the most important one, it saved you from yourself. It takes your own emotions out of the equation. Let's just zoom in on those fees for a second. Think of them like a tiny leak in a boat. Active funds have bigger leaks because you're paying for managers and all that trading. It might not seem like a big deal day to day, but over 20 or 30 years, that tiny leak can drain a massive amount of your money. We're talking tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, so the case for passive investing is pretty strong. But hold on, this doesn't mean active investing is bad or that you should never do it. Not at all. The real question isn't which is best, it's which is best for you. It's all about your personality, your goals, and frankly, how much time you have. So let's see if this sounds familiar. Are you a beginner? Is your life already crazy busy with work and family? Do you want your money to grow over the long term without giving you a heart attack? And does the thought of reading financial reports make you want to take a nap? If you're nodding along, then yeah, passive investing is probably your new best friend. But what about the other side of the coin? Maybe you're the kind of person who genuinely geeks out on this stuff. You love learning how markets work. You're willing to put in the homework. You understand there's more risk involved, and, this is the big one, you've got nerves of steel. If that sounds like you, then maybe active investing is a path worth exploring. But you know what? Here is the best part of this whole debate. It's not a black and white, all or nothing choice. You don't actually have to pick a team and stick with it forever. In fact, some of the smartest people I know have found a way to get the best of both worlds. It's often called the hybrid approach, and it's brilliant in its simplicity. You build the vast majority of your portfolio, let's say 90%, on that solid, reliable, passive foundation. That's your bedrock. That's your engine for long-term growth. Then, with that other 10%, you can have some fun. You can explore, take a few educated shots on individual stocks. You get safety and a little bit of excitement. So please, whatever you do, avoid this one huge mistake that so many beginners make. They hear about some hot stock on social media, get a case of FOMO, and just dive headfirst into active trading without any kind of solid foundation. That's not investing, my friends, that's gambling. And it's a very fast way to lose money. And that really brings us home to the most important lesson of all. The best investing strategy isn't the most complicated one. It's not the one that sounds the fanciest. It's the one you can actually understand and stick with through all the ups and downs of the market. Because at the end of the day, whether you go active, passive, or a mix of both, this is what truly builds wealth. Consistency always beats complexity.